Hello everyone, my name is Elena Dieckmann. I'm a lecturer in the Dyson School of Design Engineering, and I would like to present my provocation. So my provocation was that in the future, we will have autonomous robotic ecologists that will revolutionize conservation by executing microscale ecosystem engineering, deploying swarms of nanobots that restructure soil microbiology to optimize biodiversity metrics without human intervention. So I know this sounds, quite out there, but I thought in the next 2 minutes or so, I'm going to present some of the aspects that I think will lead up to this trend and to this robotic technology becoming a reality in, maybe 2050. So one of the pictures I actually added here is one of the, mass concepts of robotics. So what we can see already that there's an emerging trend of, building robots that actually can interact with soil, that are stable on soil and can walk. So actually in our undergraduate programs, we get our designers, our design students to build one of those systems and then trial it on different diverse soils to see how those robotic systems perform. So to enable robotic ecologists that will actually be interacting with the environment, there will be several functions that are necessary. So, for example, walking on unstable ground, digging, sensing in soil. So those will be all the features of those robotic systems that are necessary to make this vision a reality. And we can see already that actually some technologies are emerging. This is one of our student startups called Biophonic. So Biophonic is using a new form of a microphone that's deposited in the soil several centimeters down, and it's actually capturing the audio feedback from several microorganisms, so for example, from worms, insects that are living in the soil. And what Biophonic does, it uses machine learning to create new models to translate it into a biodiversity score. So even though this is maybe not a robotic system, we can see already that there are emerging technologies that are coming up to really listen into the soil and understand the microbiome in the soil better. And we can also see that those are the things maybe that will be then embedded in robotic systems of the future. So this is one of our startups that's raising funding at the moment, and they've built the first prototypes. And then obviously there are big, kind of robotic systems out already that are mostly coming from agri-tech. So I actually think that if we're looking at agricultural robotic systems, that they will be the ones that will be used and also for wider ecosystem impacts beyond just agriculture. Here are some examples. So this is a Bobcat, a robotic system that's actually doing soil sampling. So also quite in the sphere of biophonic. So it's a fully autonomous system that can take a huge amount of samples and has a sample loader as well. So it stamps into the ground and extracts a small pillar of soil that then can be analyzed for, on the one hand, physical components, for example, moisture levels, also nutrients level, phosphate levels, but also in the future, you can imagine this could look at, for example, the microbiome or which organisms are picked up. Here, a similar system that's actually not using soil, but has a similar kind of geometry that's drilling holes and that's planting trees. So rather than human forest managers doing a job of planting trees, this is the Landlife robot that's currently in the concept phase, planting trees. So again, fully automated. You can even see the small seed dispenser here. So it's drilling the holes and then it's dispensing the single seed units. So in the future, this will make the work of a forest manager much easier. You could almost imagine they will manage a swarm of those. So this is now all subsurface ecosystem engineering, but we can definitely see there's a trend of those systems emerging now. Also quite interesting, but you've maybe seen those before. So quadrupeds are obviously used quite a lot in industrial site monitoring, but there's quite a lot of research groups that have used them now as well in ecosystem context. So this group, they send those out to the forest, uses them for pest monitoring, for plant monitoring, biodiversity monitoring, and obviously they can cover a huge range of area in the forest, and also they're obviously equipped to walk on very difficult terrain at high speed. So you can see that this is definitely something, again, a trend that's contributing to my provocation that I've put out there. And then here is one of the other systems, so that I think will become more and more prevalent. So I just showed you mostly robotic systems that are working on surface level on the terrain, but we now see that especially soft robotics is very interested in robots that can dig, drill holes, and actually venture into the soil. So technically, that's actually very, very difficult. So one of my student teams is working at the moment on a the robotic system to create new heating loops. So they've developed a digging robot called Terabot, but it's very, very difficult because the displacement of the load is obviously so high. So it's quite a technical challenge to design those systems. And what we also see here on this cover of Advanced Science, actually, that this little microbot has also little hair. So once it drives forward, the hair is actually being used as an anchor to enable thrust forward. So it's a very nice small system, but this is all very early research phases. And then last but not least, I think this is one of the most inspiring projects. It actually comes from the US. So this is a researcher in soft robotics that actually has created a base unit from soft robots here, so silicon-based, pneumatically driven, but has put a small unit on the top that has a fungi inside. So there's a mycelium-based structure, and that will react to light. So he has enabled this fungi here actually to walk. So each time you will shine a light on it, it will actually walk. So and move forward. It has gone around the world. It's very provocative, I think, giving another organism here actually legs and really venture into new territory. So I think it's a beautiful example. So for me, this is actually the most important provocation when it comes to looking into soil robotics. So the idea would be, can we actually use organisms themselves to become the intelligence that drives those robotics forward? So I think including nature and nature's intelligence in robotic systems is quite an interesting aspect. And this researcher has proven that this is actually possible. So I hope you have a fantastic conference and have fun ideating. See you.